It is time for the NFL to return back to our living rooms as we're getting ready for a new series here on ESGNet. And as you can tell from the teaser, as well as you see right here in front of you, it's going to be the Baltimore Ravens. And this is going to be a series that's going to be very fun. I cannot wait. I've been wanting to play as the Ravens for so long. And now I feel like this is a good window opportunity here, especially with guys like Henry, Lamar, Zay Flowers, who's a young quarterback or wide receiver, I should say, and so many other talented guys. I feel like this window for them to win a championship it's there. I think we're here, and I feel like we can do something with this series and with this team. As of course we've been pretty much the leaders in the AFC North for a while now. I believe we've won 8 AFC North championships: 2003, 2006, 2011, 2012, 2018, 2019, 2023, and just recently 2024. Now, the last time we won a championship, of course, was back at Super Bowl. It was dubbed as the Harbor Bowl, as both Jim Harbaugh, our coach, or I should say their head coach, the 49ers at the time, and John Harbaugh, who is still our coach here in Baltimore. It was a really fun game, and of course we won that one 34-31. And the man that led that team, of course, is Joe Flacco, who of course, I think most recently, this year he's changed the team. I'm not for sure what team he changed with, but he was with the Colts there for a while, and now I think he's with the Browns right now, as I remember now. But John Harbaugh, of course, is going to be our coach, and he will be our coach, and who will be following. And of course, they've given us all access to showcasing this team as like we've been on previous years. And pretty much the series, if you guys don't know, it's pretty much a traditional series. I play pretty much every single game. This year we're going to try something new, something that we did in the Chicago Bears series, where we play the moments, and we're going to do that in the divisional game. So it'll always be the second time we play against our divisional rivals in this series. So we'll play the moments now, kind of get the series jump started quicker, a little bit faster and whatnot. And get us a chance to look at stats and all that kind of good stuff that I know you guys are really into. But as you see here, we got a pretty good team here. I feel like this is a really decent team. That window of opportunity to take them to the Super Bowl it's right now. It's here. And with Lamar Jackson, of course, one of the top, or the top guy right now, he's considered here in Madden, ranked number 1 in the quarterback position there. Last year, 4,172 yards, 41 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. It'd be nice if you could throw 4,000 touchdowns that season. Wow, that'd be amazing. Anyway, you guys know what I meant. 23 tackles last year. He completed 66% of his passes, and by far he is going to be a very he's, of course, obviously a very talented quarterback. He's a franchise quarterback, an award winner, and he knows how to really find ways to win games, especially when it comes down to when he needs to step up his game. His passing has gotten a lot better here over the past couple of years. Of course, he does have some flaws to him, but I think for the most part here, I'm really excited about using him in this series and see what he can do. And of course, King Henry. I've been, he's been running up and down on me in past series, especially back in the day in the Colts series that we did with Coach Bonds, and now we get to finally get to control him. Last year, over 1,000 yards rushing, had 16 touchdowns, only had 1 fumble, but by far one decent years, unless going at least back to 2020 when he rushed over 2,000 yards. There his last few years there with Tennessee, but he's here last year, and we're really hopeful we can do something with him. And of course, hopefully find the next King Henry with drafting and whatnot. As for receiver core, of course, you got Mark Andrews, the former Sooner, with us, and he's been here on this team for quite some time now, ever since 2018. And there you see his numbers. The only year he's had over 1,000 yards receiving was back in 2021. And since then, his numbers have kind of dipped a little bit. I think 23, he had a lot of injuries and whatnot. I think last year as well. But this year, we're hoping that he'll go definitely step up and, of course, find his way on be more secure on the team and get him healthy. And of course, I mentioned Zay Flowers going into his third year here in the NFL. By far one of the up and coming talented wide receivers out there. And I remember seeing a lot of games with him last year. I was very impressed with what him doing. He's actually doing a good job here of growing as a player there. Still has a little bit of immaturity at times, but I'm hoping over time, working with him and whatnot, we can get him to be a more polished wide receiver. 1,059 yards last season, 4 touchdowns. He had 74 catches, and his longest catch was 53. And we're going to try to utilize him a lot more in the offense when it comes to the passing game. Same thing here with, of course, a veteran. This is going his 13th year here in the league, and he's been around several teams. And we're talking about DeAndre Hopkins. As Hopkins is a star dev, and of course, like I said, he's been around for quite some time. Last year, of all things, he was here in Kansas City. And had a decent year with Kansas City with only 1 year, but recently over the offseason he signed with Baltimore, and that's where he's with us right now. Of course, he's been with Houston the majority of his career, and then of course had 3 years were not really productive in Arizona, but he was still one of the talked about players during that time. And of course, he made a small stint there at Tennessee, which he kind of bounced back, especially receiving yards. Over 1,000 yards there. Kansas City last year, 5 touchdowns, 610 yards. We're hoping to see a little bit more production from him like he was back there in Tennessee, and showing off what he can do there. And, of course, the former Minnesota wide receiver here now, his 5th year, Rashad Bateman. As Bateman there, you see his numbers there. Good acceleration, good speed, and still young. He's got a window right now. Like I said, this is his 5th year, so he's kind of getting to that prime. And we're hoping that him and Zay Flowers can be the 2 guys that we can rely on, especially when we start bringing in some other wide receivers, helping them out in the future. And, of course, when at some point here in the series, depending on when this happens, we can have them seasoned and ready to go as we get ready for that next era of when the quarterback comes in here once Lamar leaves. And, of course, you got veterans like, also we got veterans are going to be mixed in here as well. Kevin Villanoy, we've seen him in previous series as well. We've seen him quite a bit last year, I believe, in the Bears series. He dominated, and we played a couple times there and seen him in a couple of preseason games as well. I think previous series I've seen him, I'm trying to think, I think it was our Dallas Cowboys series, and our Buffalo Bills series as well. He was seeing him there in that as well. So we're really seeing what he can do there. And of course, we're trying to find the next person that will step up and take that position from him as he's getting close to his tapering off his career. Owen Oafi Owe. He is a player, and I'm trying my best to get these names right here, and I'm definitely going to be seeing a pronunciation guide to help me out there with these players. But he's one of the edge rushers here that, I don't know much about him, but I do know he's from Penn State. And, of course, this is his 5th year. So this is going to be a very good, test for him to see what he can do, especially trying to get that contract renewed and see what he can do. And, of course, we got several contracts that's on this team that need to be renewed here. Quan Smith, there you see as well on the team, and he's been a very talented Mike, or aka middle linebacker here for us, taking over that, trying to do what other linebackers here for us have done, and of course trying to play at the top of the level here at in Baltimore, as he's a very talented middle linebacker, and definitely showing that with our club. You see Marlon Humphreys, the corner here, that I'm very excited about. I'm really excited about our secondary here. I feel like our secondary has been it's going to be taken care of pretty well here for the next couple of seasons. But of course, I would love to build on to that and keep bringing in that that high-level talent to bring in here. Of course, he's played in Alabama. This is going to be his 9th year in the NFL. And, of course, he is going to try to make sure he's one of the established, or at least going to try to make sure he's one of the established players here. Jair Alexander from Louisville, 8th year here in the NFL. He's an X-Factor superstar. And, of course, we know about him because we see him a lot in the Bears series. He was with the Green Bay, and that's the 2 years that we played in that series. And, yeah, he's very talented corner out there. And definitely can play man-to-man very well. But he's a little older now, and there you see some of his numbers are kind of tapering away. But I think with him now being with the new team here, I think it's a fresh new start for him. And I'm really excited about what we can do here, and hopefully we can bring in some talent here to help him out. And basically, I'm always about finding competition and helping out, having the older players help out, be a bridge player for our upcoming players that we have for coming in the series. In this series, for the most part, we are going to be focusing, we're going to focus on both sides of the ball when it comes to drafting. But obviously, with the Baltimore Ravens here, we're going to really focus on the defensive side of things and make sure we have that hunger and that attack mentality when it comes to the defense. Kyle Hamilton, the third-year guy from Notre Dame, and of course there you see his numbers. And of course there's other great talent here that's on this team, and of course it'll be forever here talking about those guys here. We've got young guys like Justin Hill, who's a really good running back. I'm really impressed with his abilities as well. And of course there you see some others there on the list as we go down here. Now, for the series, for the most part here, I play on all Madden, or kind of a more like all pro plus. It's a slider set that Matt 10 has. Other YouTubers use the same kind of similar slider sets as well. It's on Operation Sports. I'll leave a link down to his thread and whatnot. You guys can check it out. If you know Matt 10, he does a pretty good damn job of slider sets and stuff like that. And of course, over the time I've adjusted slider sets for myself. And for the most part here, I've played a couple games already with the 10 hours that I've had with this game, because I did get I always get the EA Play. I pretty much plugged in the same numbers that I did last year, and of course I made a few adjustments for it. So if you do want to know what those adjustments are, I will try to leave a link to a page for Google Documents, and so you guys can see those adjustments and whatnot. But for the most part, I always say play the way you want to play. What do you want to focus on more so to be a better player? For me, it's just be better at reading defenses, and be able to play defense very well. That's how I like to play, and you play like you want to play. It should be. I know years past people try to slider shame others, and it's like, there's no need for that. You just play however you feel comfortable playing, and if you're having fun with it, that's all that matters. So if you want to have those crazy games or high scoring and whatnot, be that. If that's what you're into, that's what you're into. If you want low scoring games, tie ball games, be that. The slider sets I use are pretty, like I said, pretty basic. I don't really move too much of what comes out of the box. Maybe a few points up or a few points down for myself. I try to make sure that I mirror both the computer and CPU, or the user and the CPU, both mirror each other in a lot of ways, and just have those really good tug-of-war battles in the trenches there and whatnot. So. But like I said, if you want to know about that, I'll try to leave a link down below in the description of the video. But I think this is going to be a fun series. I cannot wait. I'm really looking forward to it. And of course, all things, the first team we got to play against for the preseason is the Colts. Yay. But like I said, if we make it to the Super Bowl first year, hey, that's going to be fun. But that's not the point of this series. The point of this series is try to build a team and try to bring in some new talent, and just try to continue on year after year after year if we can do so. And if we can do that, that's great. If not, well, then that's also great as well. I mean, we're learning something from this, and like I said, I love I've been enjoying playing. Last year's Madden I've been playing. I'm trying to wrap up. I'm getting wrapped up the Bears series, and at some point here I'd like to go. I always try to go back to those series and kind of go back and leave off where continue where we left off at, and try to be successful. See if we can continue the success that we left off with the team. But yeah, we'll try to see how far we get in this one. I'm hoping to get a little more farther than just 2 years, to be honest. But of course, life happens, things happen. But I think for the most part, with the new wear and tear system, a lot of the new systems they have in this game, and a lot of things, I'm hoping it will really pull me in and really get me to play this game more and more. Every single chance I get to play it, get to sit down and play these games and stuff. So, but like I said, it's gonna be like I said, a fun series. I'm loose. So I'm hoping it's gonna be a fun series. Hopefully you guys will be able to join us. And like I said, pretty traditional series. I play every single game. We talk about what we're gonna do for the team. We also have a series within the series, which is this year's series. In this one, it's called Ravens Nest Podcast, which is going to be a little quick video showing you guys what we're doing during the off weeks and during the off season, and all that kind of stuff. Trade deadline, whatever big events are coming up, obviously the draft, all that kind of stuff. And that, like I said, just a quick kind of more of the off the field type stuff that's going on with the team and trying to set the team up for success within the organization. So again, stay tuned for the there should be actually the preseason games I'm going to have posted up here very soon, so stay tuned for that. And then we'll be getting ready. Next thing you hear my voice on this series, it'll be week 1 as we take on the Buffalo Bills to start off the season. It should be a good one. I cannot wait. Good AFC, 2 good AFC powerhouses going head with one another, and we'll see how that turns out to be. But I cannot wait for this series to start, and hopefully, like I said, hopefully we'll get it started soon. Another thing, I am using Octi Gaming. He used there's a video. I'll leave a link to his video explaining about his customized roster. I did make some tweaks myself, and of course in the video he'll tell you the same thing. If you want to make tweaks to yourself, he gives suggestions of what you should tweak or whatever. But I am using his roster set that he redid and done and whatnot, because him and we play pretty similar style of gameplay and stuff like that. So that was another thing I was wanting to talk about too. And of course, we will have a customized draft class like we usually do. A lot of the players will be from the Scotty series that I still have on a list, as well as players from the series from our Nebraska series there. It won't be it'll be after the first 4 seasons that we'll have that a part of this series, but we'll throw some I'll throw some special players in that in these first couple of drafts, so you'll see what I'm talking about here on the channel. I'll talk more about it later on, but that's it for me, guys. Thank you for sticking around. Again, thank you for supporting the channel, and again, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and stay tuned for more here on the channel. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I will see you guys next time.